For more on this story, let's cross to our correspondent in Tehran, Reza Sayah. Reza, have we heard anything from Iranian leaders in response to this U.S. action?
We have yet to hear any official reaction from Iran's leadership, and that's not a great surprise for two reasons. First off, remember this strike happened in eastern Syria. It has been Iran's long-held position that they do not interfere with sovereign affairs of other nations. To Iran, this is a matter that's related to Syria, and if anyone's going to have any reaction, it's going to be the Syrian leadership. If Iran is going to react in the coming hours, it'll probably reiterate its long-held public position that no U.S. military intervention, no U.S. attacks in the region has ever helped the stability of the region. The second reason we haven't heard official reaction in Iran is this. Remember, Washington is saying they've launched these airstrikes against Iranian-backed militias who'd launched rocket attacks over the past couple of weeks against U.S. interests in Iraq. Remember, earlier this month, Iran denied that they were responsible for those attacks. So it's unlikely that Iran is going to get engaged in a war of words with a matter that it has already dismissed. Despite the fact that we haven't had any official reaction, it's almost a certainty that Iran's leadership is watching developments, paid attention to this airstrike. Many observers say this is a message by the Biden administration telling Tehran that I am the new president, I'm not Trump, but if there are attacks against U.S. interests in Iraq, his administration is going to hold Iran responsible, and he is going to respond. Now we wait to see if there's a retaliation by these Iranian-backed militias or if we see a de-escalation.
Reza, this strike happening as the U.S. and Iran are currently in a standoff over reviving the 2015 nuclear accord. Could this impact those negotiations?
It could if things escalate, but I don't think at this point too many people seeing that happening. I think the stakes are too high for both Tehran and Washington to let these matters, these regional matters, interfere with the bigger picture, this bigger priority, which is the Iran nuclear deal. Over the past couple of weeks, there's been a U.S. diplomatic initiative. The two sides haven't talked directly, but there's positive signs that that could happen. And I don't think either side wants to let these issues distract them from that. But certainly, if things escalate, that can certainly undermine the process. And that's why a lot of people are watching closely what happens next.
Reza Sayah.